This video has been brought to you by DataVinci Analytics Agency.
Hey guys, so this is to provide an alternative to automating your data workflow. In my past videos, I've showed you how to automate using Cloud Functions, which is a serverless container, and it's pretty easy if your workflow isn't too complicated, meaning if your code is simple to run, or if it's meant to run every, say, hour, every 2 hours, and it's not doing too much, then Cloud Functions are the perfect option. But in certain cases, where the workflow is highly complex, you need like a lot more computationally intensive resources, which isn't available when using Cloud Functions. So we're about to look into another option for this, which is going to be your virtual machine. So what virtual machine is just as your computer is, it's just housed in the cloud. That's the only difference. And you can, so just how as you would code on your VS Code, you can write your code, host them on the VM, and set up a cron job to execute on periodic intervals. So you can do everything you do on your local computer except automated. So it's pretty cool for that. Let's go ahead and create an instance. And usually E2 instance would be perfect because you won't be, you won't incur any extra cost over $26. And I'm going to set my location to both US central ones. It's going to be a test VM, as I'll have to delete this after. And if you require more resources, well, if you think this 2 and 4 combo isn't good for you, you can go for a compute optimized one, but except you'll be paying like a lot higher. But it basically just depends on your workflow and what you need out of it. So completely up to you. And preset is going to be a shared core. And we're going to choose the largest one in here. That should do, let's see, we would need, okay, let's enable this. And you actually wouldn't need to specify any service accounts because you can use Compute Engine's default service account here, and just make sure you allow full access to all cloud APIs, so your VM can use the full range of GCP's APIs, and you'll be allowing both traffic. Again, that depends on what firewall settings you have up for your organization, which are again editable. And you wouldn't need to do any of these. If you need specific APIs to have, specific IPs to have access to your VM, you can add them in here, but I will only be using them through the SSH daemon, so I will not be adding my IP. This security, yeah, I guess you can use the basic security. Okay, this should be good. They don't allow underscores. Wonderful. Okay, now it's been created. It's probably going to take a second, but once it comes online, I'll show you how to get in and set up an automation workflow. I'm just going to do a simple print statement, so it's going to be good. It's going to be easy for you. Wonderful. As you can see, it's all set up. You're going to use the SSH key over here. It's going to take you into a terminal and potentially would ask you to authorize, but let's see. Wonderful. So as you can see, this is your virtual computer. You can basically do anything you want with it. The only thing is you need to know, how to use the terminal. And I'm going to make it easy for you. We are going to first create a project directory and navigate to it. So how do you do that? You're going to do mkdir, and then you do something like my project. Now this has created a project directory there, and now you're going to navigate to it. Going to do my project again, As you see, you're in my project. It's highlighted in blue on the terminal. Now you're going to set up a virtual environment, because in virtual machines, installing system-wide dependencies won't get you anywhere. Your code is going to probably not work, and it would ask you to reinstall those packages. And let's do that. So what I'm doing now is I'm installing the virtual environment in Python 3. And let's see. Wonderful. Okay. I see. It's actually no hyphens for Python 3. And now it should locate it. Now you're gonna activate your virtual environment. We're gonna do source vn bin activate. And as you can see, it says VM, so your virtual environment is activated. And then we can create a Python script. For the time being, I'm gonna use Echo, but you can actually do the upload file option here to pull in any file that you've been working on your local. And then you'd have to move it into the directory that you've created, which is my project, and it would be good to go from there. But since I'm not going to do that, and it's a simple print statement to show you how this works, I would just use Echo. And actually, let's just close it off. Okay, and we'll point this towards our script. It's going to be script.py. Let's see. What's going on here? Okay, and let's do Echo. Let's do and let's do oh, there you go. Cool. And now we're going to make the script executable. And to do that, we will do echo Interesting. Now, since that doesn't work, we can try doing nano. Nano is like a text editor kinda, and we can do. Sorry, where's our run script? And now you can paste in the code that I'd entered outside. Then you do a Control X, and you can save them. Now this is saved. You can move on to, but now you have the code for your executable script. Now you just have to make the script executable. For that, you can do a mod plus script .h. Now it's made the script executable. Now finally you'd have to set up a cron job. For that you can do a cron tab -e. You can choose one. It's just asking you what kind of editor you want to work with. And towards the end of the line here, you're going to add in your cron configs, what time you want it to run and all that stuff. This is going to point towards where you've stored your executable script, which has the instructions to run your actual script. And you're going to do this. The 4 stars here, you can edit it to show what time you want it to run at. So for example, if you do a 05 star star 1, it would run at 5 a.m. every week. So you could just find out different time configs for cron jobs. It's you can just Google it. It's just not pretty hard. And you just do a Control X, Y, and then you do an enter again. So it's saved. Okay, let's retry the same edit. It's probably because my stars are not spaced. Okay, Control X, Y, and then do enter again. There you go. So your cron job is configured. If you do cron tab, for now, it should list it, and as you can see, it shows you the code from inside, and it has a new updated cron time and what script to run at that time. So this is how you configure your workflow using a VM. So now, whatever time you specify, your VM is always going to be up and running, and it's always going to run this code at that set time. If you set it for every 10 minutes, it's going to keep running it every 10 minutes, and so on. So this is an easy way of configuring it as opposed to Cloud Functions. And it has no limiters at all, so you can run even the most complex of codes, with ease. Thank you for watching, and if you have, so let me just accept this. If you have any other questions, just leave me a message down in the chat box, and I'll get back to you.